Entrepreneurship is that one word that has become a curriculum in colleges, a buzzword among Gen Z, and a kind of a buzz on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. जब भी हम लॉग इन करते हैं सोशल मीडिया पे देयर इज अ बायो विच सेज founder, co-founder, and a director at some place. But is it very easy to become a founder as writing a bio on Instagram? Well, to decode the sides of what it does it take to become an entrepreneur, we have with us Anushka, who is the founder of Indie Coach, and she's going to tell us about what is it to be an entrepreneur, how did she come up with this brand, and something about her journey as an entrepreneur with us. And this episode is being brought to you by Skillet Empower India Foundation as a part of a podcast series, Safe Side. So Anushka, over to you to just tell us a bit about you and what made you come up with Indie Coach yourself.
Sure. So thank you, Manya, first of all, for having me on your podcast. So I'm Anushka and I'm the founder of Indie Coach. And the brand grew from the idea that we wanted one platform where all the textiles of India are present in Western silhouettes. So basically, we wanted to make the newer generation aware about the textiles that our country has, and also make it a part of their daily wear and a part of their wardrobe, because we've seen our moms and our grand moms wearing sari suits in all the kalamkari block print ikat and all those beautiful banarsi silk. But somehow that's slowly dying because the newer generation is not that aware about it, or they don't find the medium to wear those textiles for them, because they are more into western silhouettes and shirts, dresses and all of those things. So that's how the idea came up. And we also saw the gap, like we are aware that some brands are already doing it, but there's no such one platform which has textiles from each state of India.
Oh, wow.
And that's what our mission is. So our mission is to get textiles from each state and innovate them in a way that can be put into western silhouettes, say hoodies, shirts, dresses, corsets. So that's what the whole idea about Indie Coach is.
Wow, I mean, like entire India in one basket. When we eat a thali, we have kind of collection of different things. So
Exactly,
that's what I can imagine Indie Coach to be,
Yeah.
because the very name of India is over here, and you are in the coach of all the textiles from Pan India.
That's how the name also came up. We
Wow.
were actually going with Coach because we were actually doing the research of finding different textiles, because there are some popular ones, but there are also ones which are about to die, which are
Yeah.
not those that much popular. So like we went to the places where those textiles are actually being made, and we got to know so much about the other textiles as well.
Yeah.
So that's how like the Coach out of India came.
Yeah.
So that's how Indie Coach came up.
Wow. So that was basically कि आप अपनी खुद की भी खोज कर रहे हो, इंडिया को खोज रहे हो, and you are
Right.
bringing that खोज to this one platform.
Right, correct.
Lovely. So what really made you bring up this idea of Indie Coach? Like, are you from design background? या फिर what is your like inspiration to just start a brand? Because otherwise you can, even if you have passion for textiles,
Yeah.
then you can even work for these big brands like
Correct.
Indo ethnic wear जो आ जाता है कि shirts
Yeah.
पे patterns और है.
Yeah,
Many
yeah.
brands where you can work and contribute. But
Yeah.
what made you come up with that entrepreneurial instinct and put yourself into this? So you can tell us about
So I'll tell about a little bit of my background. So I
Yeah.
did my BCom honors from Delhi University. Then I went to do my masters in performing arts. So I've always been a very creative person. I've
Wow.
always loved designing. And while I was doing my masters in performing arts, I was also thinking that maybe after that I can do, something related to design.
that. Yeah.
But then COVID happened, and then I ended up getting a job, a marketing job, and that was also a clothing brand. So I worked with them for about 2.5 years, and while working with them, I learned a lot, and I could see, like, during that whole period, I was always feeling this way that I have to use my potential in a
that
better
fire.
way.
कि अंदर से आग होती है कि कुछ खुद का
Exactly,
करना है.
exactly. So I always had that fire in me, and like then towards the end of the job, like I just my mom actually really motivated me. She was like, do or die, this is your do or die thing. If you have the idea, just hop on it as soon as you can. And that's how, like, I quit the job. I was working on the idea for a long time, and then while I was working on the idea, I also got to know that my birthday falls on National Handloom Day.
Oh my god,
So-
you're destined to be by.
So yeah, so like all my friends were
Yeah.
like, this is your destiny and everything, and even I felt that, like this coincidence is something that I have to take as a call from destiny, and
Wow.
that's how like I got that strong feeling that I have to do it now or
Mhm.
never. So
Wow.
that's how I started Indie Coach.
As art is very natural. But I think what I have personally struggled with and I've seen many others struggle with is building an entrepreneur's respect, like managing the finance, managing the legalities, even registering your firm and building the team and leadership. So how are you gonna go about it? And if you build the team, how far is the plan covered? So if you could shed any light up that. Sure. So in that sense, like the technicalities of being the founder, I guess I have the biggest support team with me. Like my mom and dad. My mom is really good with fabrics. So even though I do all the designing and the choices, she checks the quality. I mean, she's really good. She can like totally tell which is pure and which is not. Like not the like mom that can this kind of. I think that. So she helps him with the quality and all of that and like sourcing and like or everything related to sourcing and fabrics. My dad also had the business, so that comes with the like that help comes with the legality and the registration and the finances. So he helps me a lot with that. And then like I have the bestest of friends who become like it's as well as the best yet. Yeah, so they give me feedback. They try out the outfits. They try out the samples. They become my models as well. So I mean, in that part, I have a really good support circle. Other like apart from that, I mean, YouTube is the best place. You have so much to learn. Anything you want, you can learn from YouTube, provided you know which channels are the best ones. So, so YouTube channel, and then there are some workshops which keeps going on, and there are some mentorship programs which you can always enroll on if you want that confidence to feel that you can actually do like you can actually ace things which you are not aware of. So I mean, you always have the resources in on the internet, and internet can be the biggest supporter as well. So okay, yeah. So I had learned a lot through YouTube and new internet, two workshops. So yeah, that's one reason my support circle at my internet. But we so I think that YouTube one of first it just picks up the light की जब students ready होते हैं then the teachers appear and it's like the support just comes along once it just started over. He likes that being very vain at my question that I personally coming from my first society where I'm building the skill and empower India. So we often study and struggle with maintaining that work and life balance. Because in corporates you have that regimented Monday to Friday on that attitude, but there is some hours off for yourself. You're totally off. So how do you manage that work and life balance? Because when you're on your own, like everything is like a business opportunity. Everything is like अच्छा ये कर how do you manage that? Okay, so I am not a fan of having a balance while you're starting a business, but you have to give your all in it. And with 9 to 5 got process, you feel drained because you're not property, you're not tiring the work that you are doing, or probably there are too many deadlines that you have to follow, and there are some people that you have to report to, and they're scolding you and all of those things. But you are your own boss, why to start us, right? And you have to be on your toes all the time. So initially, and I don't, honestly, I don't feel like that it's my passion, right? And I really don't feel the need to take a break. I mean, the break also always ends up researching about textiles and ROEs thing. So it's just the passion that keeps driving you. And I mean, I also won't call like I don't want to support that you should not take break in terms of you should not end up getting burnt out. So I mean, I keep on meeting my friends on weekends. So like weekends are the time where I try to take out some time to meet my friends, to go out, to experience something new. Even if I'm going to explore a new market, but like getting out, stepping out of your office or your like house and like going out, meeting new people, meeting new vendors, that also comes at the break. So I mean, uh, balance. Initially, I feel it is the something that you have to figure out on your own. Like what you just have to make sure you do are not burning yourself up, and also keeping your passion alive and also keeping your fire alive so that you can actually, because the initial 1 year is really really important for you to stand out from the other competitors as that, definitely. So maybe I have to give it your all. But I think the point is to please that you have to strike your own fine balance. मतलब किसी का नमक तेज पसंद नहीं है, ऐसे किसको इतना balance चाहिए. The business is always there in the back or background, like the perspective and the focus of course changes from one thing to the other. So thanks for sharing that. And just one more curious question. How do you miss that corporate fixed salary thing or something? When you're starting on your own, of course, you have the investments in you. You are building your brand, but something that the photo is sort of the regular salary. So how are you going about that? In finance, का struggle रहता है, anything of that. So when I started, I was quite like, before starting, I was quite clear that I have to have my own savings so that I can sustain myself for one pair. And like I gave myself salary obviously, but I gave it like really, really minimum amount. So it was not something like, it was not like I was not getting a regular salary, I was getting a regular salary, but it was a small amount. But when you are actually loving your work and you are, I mean, your all your resources are in front of you, you are not like, it's like, I think it's also about you have to control your splurging, all those things. So that can be controlled when you're, I mean, when you know that you don't have the certain amount of money coming to your bank account, that one. So, coming back to if I miss the corporate thing, ignore it. I think they would, I mean, I wouldn't say that I didn't learn anything from the corporate thing. I would always suggest everyone to have that experience before starting something of their own because it teaches you a lot. You get to learn a lot through experience of working in your corporate. But if you ask me if I want to go back to it, I will. The freedom and the flexibility and the passion, I think it cannot be just like measured along with money. We'll be discussing about all the goody sides of it, the bright side and the sunny sides. But by running up the bit, there are a lot many things that go under the covers which only we know where you struggle with. So what are the challenges and you are facing while building indie coach and inform the audience to be aware? Yeah, so we have a really big challenge which is also one of our big because we use sustainable materials, we use slow fashion, we are a brand which promotes slow fashion. So I mean, like for example, this dress is our bestseller, and this usually goes out of stock really fast. But the thing is, the challenge is that we to make this particular yarn, we have to wait for like around 2 weeks to get this benefit. So, but this is a slow process. They have to dye it, they have to wash it, then again they have to dye. So, I mean, that is something which comes with sustainability. We don't want to a mass production and we don't want to go like keep that storm lying with us. So, we keep on we could keep bring the garments back in stock, but that takes a little bit time. Thus, his processes take a his time. See, that is something that is a challenge, but it is still got so big. This I never see it as a challenge. But it is slow fashion is something that the fashion industry is running towards. And if you're starting it as the first thing in, I think that's UPPC. It was even artists who take time to be catchy, that I never like, okay, let me say, right? Things come to those who wait, they think that's but each that can indeed be the way you can appease the customers. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, love, I hope that the challenge is not a challenge but a big for you and you start a new today genre of slow passion and that can become a mega selling coin kuro in village. Right? They have got to know the brand on the very visual idea, but now I have just get a tangibly aware of it. Like what is there that creates in my coach. So can you tell us about a bit of textiles that are on this place? Sure, and the story behind that you have it. Yes. So we started with the Rajasthan. So we explored the Rajasthan state. We went to Babru, and from there we got contacts of artisans. So we try to connect directly with the artisans and avoid all the middlemen. So Rajasthan was our first collection, and then we did Telangana. I cut from Telangana. So I'll show you some of the pieces. So currently we have 4 states: Telangana, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, and Gujarat. So I'll show you the collection. Let's travel across India then. Yeah. Okay. So this one is a block print dress, as you can see in the detailing of I can see the blocks. Yeah. So this is a butterfly block print dress, and this is from a village in Rajasthan called Akola. And so they practice a lot of indigo dyeing, and so this is also dyed with indigo, and this is one dress, and there is this other butterfly dress that we have. So you can see the pattern difference. So see how the hand block comes in and how the butterfly from ikat comes to Maiwa. That's why in Rajasthan, and this is Telangi. Yes. So the first they tie the yarn. I mean, they have long yarns. They tie it according to the pattern that they make. So it involves a lot of maths actually. I was really when I went to see the procedure that they follow to make ikat, it was really mind blowing because there was so much maths which I never imagined that could be there. I mean, ours is all about all disciplines coming together. Right, like correct. So they tie the yarn and then they dye it. So every color that you see has been dyed that type. So if you see one is this, one is white, one is yellow, one is this. So this has been dyed 4 times to get the pattern. And once the pattern is like set on the yarn, then they weave it. So once the loop. So that's how the ikat. So this is a butterfly ikat dress. This is again ikat. And yeah, I can send that similar pattern. Yeah, it has a blurry effect, the ikat one. So that's the beauty of it. This again is a hand block princess. Acha, hand block drum ranga. Yeah, this one is what I'm wearing right now. So this and so this one is one of my favorite dress. This is kalamkari and in modal silk. So the idea of this dress came up with the thought that I wanted to make something which can be worn in parties as well. Because when I was going for a party and I was thinking that why aren't there options in Indian textiles? Similar, this brings to my mind that when we go for wedding shopping, हम चांदनी चौक जा रहे हैं जहाँ पे कंता चोपड़ा ने एक निपी ड्रेस फिटनेस ये story भी रहने को ये design. But this carries the essence of India, so really love it. Like this is a Hoygan dress and a backless dress. So all for all the Gen Zs and millennials, this is a perfect. Yet it is actually a best seller of Bakus. So then we again have it, but this is a shift dress. And you also try to make sure that we have pockets in our dresses. That's near. And men have the pocket. Then that's yes. Then this is Ajrak from Gujarat. Randomly is yes. So I went to Ajrak to know the detailing of like how this is made. So the speciality about Ajrak is that there are either it is always printed with natural dye. There are no chemical dyes used, and the pattern, as you can see, is very inscale. So see, the sarees are also so very well suited to wear even vibrant office. Yeah. So this is a new collection that we launched recently. So you're taping to both men build it. Yes. So these are unisex shirts. These can be worn by men. Wo. Like yeah. We are trying to cater to, and we are also trying our best to cater to all the sizes. So as you asked for the techie category, we are also trying to beat the production in pros so that we can cater to all sizes. So we want it to get included, and then we are trying our best to make it. Love you. I think that's the incredible journey that you've taken us through your journey and the store's journeys. I'm only wishing you best for what Indie Coach can coach more out of India. कि coach करके और क्या नया रिवाइन लेकर आकर. And only best last day. So any closing comment about Indie Coach about your vision, what tips you can tell our obviously. So I mean, for the winter collection, we are trying to bring textiles from the northeast part of India. So we are trying to bring hoodies and jumpers ears or jackets. So that is something I'm really excited about. Even I'm looking popular by yeah, because I've not seen that like this. I've not seen it anywhere as of now. And those are like beautiful textiles which need that recognition. So that is something that we are working on currently. And a message that I want to give to the people who shop online and we shop, like who are a fan of Indian textile, that place should start valuing it. Because our country is so full of art, and it's a duty to protect our heritage. And it should not come only when a Western brand gains a place at their own. And the reasons desire. It has been a lot, like it has always been there. So I mean, We should start taking pride in what we have as a nation. And we should start wearing Indian textiles more. And if you want wearing Indian textiles, you know where to go. I know where to come now. I have a buddy who can just take me around India, help me shop the best one, which is Look Quick. Of course, thank you so much. And just like closing note, I would say like just like rethink that H&M लहंगे से हमारी dang वाली बनती one day को जी हिंदी को उजला कि we are wearing a like you one and by round of a year and wearing a year later. So best wishes to you. And if audience wishes to shop from Indie Codes, then how can I do that way? So we have a website, it goes by www.indiecodes.in, and we are quite active on Instagram as well. So that is out something that people can reach out to, and the website itself. Perfect. That sounds like a plan, and I will be listing all the page links in the description box below. So if you're someone who is looking to buy something made in India, made by an Indian brand, and by a person who's so passionate, then definitely check out Indie Coach. And we'll be back again with the second episode of Say Side. And if you liked it, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Namaste.